for 547 days. She believed her boyfriend went to work every single morning. He woke up at the same time, put on the same shirt, packed the same laptop, kissed her goodbye, and walked out the front door. Everything looked completely normal, except for one thing: he hadn't had a job for over a year. And somehow, she never knew. The strangest part? Losing his job wasn't what destroyed the relationship. The lie did. Because every lie has a deadline, and his was getting dangerously close. It all started on a Tuesday morning. His manager asked him to step into a meeting room. 10 minutes later, he was carrying a cardboard box filled with his belongings. Just like thousands of people do every year, he wasn't angry. He wasn't even shocked. He kept thinking about one thing. How was he going to tell her? She always introduced him as the responsible one, the reliable one, the guy who always figured things out. He couldn't bear the idea of watching that image disappear. So he made a decision. Not forever. Just for one day. He would tell her tomorrow, except tomorrow never came. The next morning, he got dressed, picked up his laptop, smiled, and said, "See you tonight." Then he got into his car, not to drive to work, but to nowhere. Some days he sat in a public library. Other days he spent hours inside coffee shops. Sometimes he parked near a lake just to kill time. Every evening. He came home pretending he'd had another exhausting day at the office. And at first, it actually worked. 1 week became 1 month. 1 month became 3. Soon, he wasn't protecting her anymore. He was protecting the lie. Because every extra day made telling the truth even harder. Then something unexpected happened. She stopped asking about work. She trusted him completely. Ironically, that trust made him feel even worse. He became surprisingly good at pretending. He invented coworkers, complained about imaginary meetings, even laughed about fake office drama. None of it existed. Yet after months of repeating the same stories, even he started believing parts of them. That's the frightening thing about lies. You don't notice the moment they stop feeling like lies. They simply become your new reality. But another problem was quietly growing. Money. His savings were disappearing. So he started selling things. First, his gaming console, then his expensive camera, then his watch. Whenever she noticed something missing, he shrugged. "I never really used it anyway." She believed him. Again. And every time she believed him, the guilt became heavier. Then one evening, she smiled and said something completely innocent. "Next Friday, can I visit your office after work? I'd love to finally meet everyone." In that moment, his entire world stopped. He barely slept that night. He considered everything. Confessing, running away, even renting a co-working office just long enough to fake one final day. But life had already made the decision for him, and he didn't even know it yet. One afternoon, his girlfriend bumped into his sister. Just a normal conversation. They talked about family, vacation plans, nothing unusual. Then his sister casually said, "I'm really proud of him. After all these months, he's finally getting close to finding another job." Silence. His girlfriend frowned. Another job? His sister froze. She realized what she'd just done, but it was already too late. That evening, he opened the front door. She was sitting quietly at the kitchen table. No shouting, no tears, just silence. Then she asked one question. How long? Not why, not with who, just how long. He looked down. 547 days. She nodded. Then she said something he'd never forget. I could have handled losing your job. She paused. But I don't know how to handle losing my trust. Months later, he shared the story online. Thousands of strangers focused on the unemployment, but he said they all missed the point. The hardest part wasn't finding another job. The hardest part was waking up every morning knowing that telling the truth would have been easier than living another day inside the lie. And that's the strange thing about fear. Sometimes it isn't the bad thing that destroys your life. It's everything you do, trying to avoid it.